new Mustang Mach-E First presentation and ride.
Hello everyone and welcome to Los Angeles to presentation of a new Mustang Mach-E.
We will base the presentation to listen Executive Chairman of Ford Motor Company Bill Ford and Ford CEO Jim Haskett. We'll look at the new Mustang Mach-E and we're gonna ride off a prototype, and then we'll watch a first-hand block experience with a new Mustang Mach-E. We begin with Bill Ford answers for questions.
What does the Mustang mean to you personally?
Well, it's the fusion of three great American ideas: fast, fun, and freedom. And it's got a soul to it. It makes you feel young. It makes you feel alive.
Yeah.
And that's what we've always tried to capture in the Mustang.
Yeah. And, you know, a lot of people might think this, but you've already nailed the Mustang. So why create a new member to the family now?
Well, actually, technology has finally brought us to the moment where something incredible was possible.
Yeah.
Because I've always had two great passions at Ford. One was the environment, and the other was sports cars and driving fast. And I've always cared deeply about the environment when others in the industry thought I was crazy. And I think Ford has a responsibility to deliver cleaner cars and trucks. But for too long, my two great passions were frankly diametrically opposed.
Yeah.
If you wanted to be green, you had to give up performance. And if you wanted to have performance, you couldn't be green. That's not true anymore. We finally created a new Mustang where it all comes together.
Yeah.
It's a true driver's car. It's better for the planet. And frankly, I've been waiting for this a long, long time.
You have. So it's amazing. So it's fast and it's clean.
Yeah, 0 to 60 in mid 3-second range, that's pretty fast.
Pretty fast.
Zero emissions, zero compromise, all the performance of a Mustang.
And I mean, do you really think an electric car can perform like a Mustang?
Yeah, I know it can. I've driven it, and it's a rocket ship.
That is it.
By dimensions, a new Mustang Mach-E is 20 mm longer than Tesla Model 3, around 30 mm wider, and with 100 mm longer wheelbase. It could be a competitor to Tesla Model Y. It is not a first full electric SUV made by Ford, but that time Ford will get profit by selling the first Mach-E, CEO of Ford Motor Company Jim Haskett said.
It's always been in my stated strategy that there's a propulsion strategy that has electric, hybrid, and ICEs in them. So our customers got a lot of options. We think that the market will probably hit 30% penetration of electric and then probably stay there for a while. Because these other two options, hybrids and gas, are now being paired with the intelligence of the vehicle in a way that changes their carbon footprint. So it's Ford's stated position that we want to be carbon neutral by 2030, and that is kind of the meaning behind the CARB position here in California. Ford's leading. I think we did it from a customer-back perspective, so you know, you just have to be mindful of what they were able to do to arouse attention and interest. And I think that the world is ready for performance electric vehicles and that are priced right. So this is really priced right. You know, the entry price is $43,500 minus the incentive is going to put you in the mid-30s. We think we'll attract a lot of customers.
And do you make a profit with this car?
We will make a profit from car one, which is unusual. Now, you have to think about development costs on a vehicle. When you amortize those over, that takes a while to recover, but we're talking about contribution margin. Revenue minus cost equals profit. We will make a profit on the vehicle.
There are 3 trim levels choice and 2 special editions with railway drive and all-wheel drive as an option. The most cheapest from them, a select version, price start from $45,000 United States dollars. Next one, a premium version from $51,700 and with maximum range 540 km for extra cost. A rear-wheel drive California Road 1 edition has a price from $53,500 and the biggest range to drive, 600 km. The first edition price starts from $61,000. This vehicle has a range about 540 km. And a most powerful GT version, the price from $61,600. GT version has a special aerodynamic kit, magnetic ride damping system and suspension, 20-inch wheels, and sporty seats inside. The battery block is under the floor, as in usual EV.
I'm sitting behind front passenger the same tall as me, is 1 meter 92 centimeters or 6.3 feet. Look at the gap between my knees and the front passenger seats. I have place for my foot, for my head.
The Mach-E looks very roomy inside. But to get in, I have to push the button. There is no door holder at the rear for a dynamic reason. But there is on the front door, and looks strange, not usable, and it seems like be broken soon. The most interesting features inside Mach-E is 15.5-inch touchscreen with a new interface. It's vertical, but for me, the horizontal position seems more practical. Look at that, a new ID space vision concept made by Volkswagen Group. But Ford says they spent a lot of time to make this decision.
And take a look at this image behind me. This is a common problem. When the design's not right, consumers will Frankenstein these additional phones onto their dashes. We challenge this team to fix this. And in the past, design teams, if you follow the automotive history, tried to literally move the same interfaces from like desktop PCs or from mobile devices to vehicles. This led to poor user experiences. In Mach-E, we use new technology, programming, and customer insight to give drivers a simpler, more friendly system to use on the move. It does include touch screens and voice commands and this cool single knob. It's not just an evolution in the connected car, it's a new interconnected experience. Everything is easy to see. This is a new interface, what we would call architectural type graphics. We get the best out of this whole screen by using every inch of it. But we also have built a screen behind the steering wheel in case you don't want your eyes to come off the road for key driver information. You see, this is one of those smart systems. It adapts to each driver that's going to interact with the vehicle.
That's right, Sync will get to know you. It will have your profile and preferences as you approach the vehicle through phone as a key or your key fob. And by opting in, it will learn your habits and provide you with suggestions. For example, Jim, it recognizes that you call your wife every day after work, or you stop at a coffee shop on Saturdays. It will provide you these suggestions as quick actions, so you can complete your task a lot quicker. And if your wife is behind the wheel, she gets the same adaptive experience. It's her profile and her preferences.
Hussein, thank you for all this. You and that team have really created an incredible experience.
Mach-E has two luggage trunks, at the front and at the rear. There is elevated mounted parcel shelf in Mach-E as any new Ford Puma. In terms of recharging, Mach-E's basic trim will support up to 150 kW DC charging. Ford says this is good for 75 km or 47 miles of range in 10 minutes charging on extended range rail drive models. Meantime, Ford offers Ford Connected Wallbox solution.
With membership access to their network of more than 400 high-speed charging stations, as well as thousands more chargers from other partners across the continent. And with secure over-the-air software updates, you'll be able to upgrade your Mach-E over time with the latest product and performance enhancements, including hands-free driving capability.
Anyway, everything looks like Ford going to sell the emotions at first, then the car.
Beautifully displayed. And of course, wow, it's a Mustang. So Mustang Mach-E means fast, fun, freedom, torque, power, excitement. Why not?
It was awesome. Our friendliness in one vehicle in a way that we've never been able to do before.
I know you're just filming SpaceX site, but
we actually caught a train here at the railroad crossing.
road surface is actually pretty smooth. When we get back to the airport, we'll be driving through the taxiway that actually is quite rough. So there you'll be able to feel how the car does over a rough surface. And then we'll go to the dynamic pad where we'll be doing a slalom, and at last we'll do a 0 to 60, so you can both feel how the car feels on the street at the same time, trying to basically run at higher speed and see how the car takes the curves dynamically. Driving for 2 days and you totally forget that you're in an SUV because you actually sit quite low. Yeah, for an SUV. Obviously, you inherit the benefit as an EV for having most of your weight, down low with the battery pack. So, like when you go through the slalom, actually the cars. I think they said that it was the lowest center gravity SUV they ever made, and I don't think it's that much higher than the standard Mustang.
Meantime, this experience was impressive in Ken Block 2.
Where do you go here, Ken? What's this for?
Wow!
Let's have a look. It's humping. Nice. This is impressive. This isn't your mom's SUV. No, it's actually really impressive. What's the feel like in the wheels? The braking, the turning, everything is really nice.
I need a drink.
Thanks, Ken. I'm impressed. That's the first time I've ever actually driven an electric car. Really? Yeah. It's pretty cool.
The new Mustang Mach-E is ready for selling now. First car will become in the third quarter of 2020. Thanks for watching, subscribe please, and see you soon.